I'm taking these things apart. I'm just going to salvage a pot out of this. This thing didn't do what I thought how it would look. I already got one of them loose. I'm going to take this. And I'm just going to salvage them pots. Wow. They're nice looking little pots. That's why I'm going to try to salvage the pots. Hot that one up. Get some of these roots out of here, and now I'm trying to save the dirt. I'll have to get up. And yeah, you know, yesterday I was saying I had to get out here and clean this deck, but I get sidetracked. What I have to do now is I have to turn this upside down. And then I have to, I don't want to hit these things too hard. I don't know if I got any of that. Yeah, it's loose. I just gotta. There's somebody that got spare money, just run out and buy them some pots, but I don't have spare money. Getting them roots out of there, then we'll go in my compost pile. I think they've got a little bit of concrete poured in the bottom of these. Now, what I have to do now is grab this thing . There it come out. And there you go. I've got a couple of pots there that I can use for something else. You know what though? I was going to take it out to the trash. You could stick that down in the yard somewhere and plant ivy around that, and it would climb up that. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna take them to the trash along with that trash laying over there. And I need to do something with this pepper here. This thing's rotten. Wow, boy, it got heavy and broke that limb off. Now, you know, I just down the street from the house and there's something sitting up there. It looks like bags of snacks or something. I'm gonna try to check that out. GoPro. Looks like bags of snacks. Pita strips, lemon and herb. You know what? I wonder what's in that big box. Just the same thing. Spicy spinach. Now, how am I gonna get this in my... Well, I brought these home. I hadn't tried this one yet. Spicy ranch flavor that fights back. This is, I wonder who down there throws this stuff out. They must be somebody that distributes this stuff, and this is either leftovers or shelf pulls. And I tried these. It kind of looks like Fritos. Now those would be good. They're tasty. Those would be good with a dip. A nacho cheese flavored dip. I got a letter just a while ago. It's from Ted Soldanels, Soldanels, from Indiana. I thought it was well, I didn't know what I thought, but it was handwritten, and it's from a subscriber, and let me read this to you. It says, "Dear Mr. Junk Dauber, I've been a subscriber for a long time, but not a commenter. I understand that I would need to have a channel to be a commenter, but nevertheless, probably wouldn't comment anyway." No, you can comment, Ted. You can comment without a channel. I think you can, I'm not sure. What would I be then? Someone on the porch, or perhaps just hanging out in the yard? We have a few things in common that I would like to express. For one, we are both 81 years of age. That means he's a 1941 baby, maybe. Another, our wives have gone on before us, who we each miss very much. You sure told that right, Ted. It just seems so... It just seems so hard. My wife and I were married for 48 years when she died. But to be with someone that long, and in your case it was 55, with your 55th wedding anniversary. It just seems so wrong that you're with somebody that cotton picking long, and you're so used to them being there, so used for them having, if you got a good marriage, they got your back and all that stuff. And my wife, she kind of kept me straight for the most part, but when she died, I was lost. But anyway, and he says he misses her very much, and shortly after their 55th wedding anniversary, she went on to the better place, and I'm planning to be with her again someday. Another thing we have in common, we each love our pet chihuahuas. My wife purchased Pippin 8 years ago, and I wouldn't be without him. I would like to get a glimpse of your Bailey more often. You requested your subscriber send an email to you with an address so you could mail a thoughtful Christmas card this year. The card is a nice thought, but definitely not necessary. The forever stamps are a whopping 60 cents now, and in January will increase to 63 cents. The cost will quickly add up when you send out hundreds of Christmas greetings. I wish you and your family a happy holiday and Christmas season. In closing, a little offering for your tip jar. God bless you all. A silent but faithful subscriber. Thank you so much, Ted. Maybe I should quit being more verbal about when people are on the porch and won't come in and stuff. And it's people like Ted. And he sent me a whopping, I'm gonna cover his address, he sent me a whopping $100 check. Which I appreciate very. What a nice Christmas gift that is. And this was going to be another short month for me now, but not now. It won't be. Thank you so much, Ted. I try not to show addresses on here and stuff, but and yeah, I got tears in my eyes now. I just got so many people that's being so kind to me. And thank you so much, Ted. But I thought that I would share that with you folks. He's my age. I would love to just sit around and just talk to him one-on-one. What a nice surprise. Thank you so much. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe I've never been this old before, so I don't know what's new about it and what's not. And man, I've been carrying stuff out to the trash. Maybe I should be some more. Well, I am thankful for my subscribers, and I don't know how long Ted's been a subscriber, but you know what? I'm not gonna run my mouth about people sitting on the porch so much now, because maybe it's just not, you know. Especially people my age, they don't particularly like computers. They don't get on them much. They don't get into it like I do. But that's because when I was young in 1990, well, in 1988, it's when I first become aware of computers, and at that time I thought it was just, they was talking about PC computers and stuff like that, and I thought it was just gonna be a fad. And in '88 I had a considerable amount of of funds, of money, back when I had more sense. And I invested $20,000 into Dell computers. Not quite sure about if that was the right thing to do, and I was kind of nervous about it. And I got to thinking about that, and then I was looking at the figures and stuff on it, and seen that all of a sudden my $20,000, it didn't go up. All of a sudden, when I looked at it, all of a sudden I didn't have but about $18,000. And I'm like, what the crap is that? And so I tried to call my man that was a financial advisor and stuff, and also an insurance person. You know, that's who I had my insurance policy through and everything. And he wouldn't. It was on Friday evening after dark, and he's a Seventh-day Adventist, and their belief is when the sun goes down on Friday evening, the Sabbath has begun, and it doesn't end till the sun goes down on Saturday evening. So he wouldn't talk to me at all about anything. He wouldn't even come on the phone. And I told, his wife was on the phone, and I said, will you tell him when the sun goes down tomorrow evening, he better call me. It's extremely important. And I give her my name and everything. And guess what? He didn't call me. Matter of fact, he didn't call me till Tuesday. And I got so paranoid about that I said, wait a minute. I'm gonna stop payment on that check I gave him on Friday morning. Or was it Thursday? So I stopped payment on the check. Well, guess what? He called me on Tuesday in a rant about I stopped payment on the check. I said, well, yes, I did. I said, I got to looking at the figures and everything on Friday, and all of a sudden my $20,000 was only worth about $18,000. So I don't like that. But I didn't know about load fees and all, and his fee and all that crap. And that's why I stopped payment on that. Well, will you clear that stop payment? I said, no, so this whole thing makes me nervous. And so I got to thinking about it, and I called him back. Yeah, I'll clear it. I'll make the check okay. So it went through. He bought the stock in Dell and all that stuff, but he only bought like $18,000 worth of stock. So that whole deal already, it cost me a couple of grand. So after a few weeks, or not a few, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, I looked at it, and it had gone down some more. So now all of a sudden my $20,000 investment was only about $16,000. So guess what? I sold the stock. I got rid of it. So that whole ordeal, they cost me almost $4,000. But I sold the stock. In hindsight, I should have kept the stock. I would have been a millionaire today if I'd have kept that stock. Because that's when the PC computers really took off, and Dell is worth billions. But now what in the world was I talking about when I started on this? What in the world was I talking about? Ted sent me a letter with a check for $100, and now I done and forgot what I was talking about. Ted, if you're watching this, does that happen to you? Is it the age that we're at? I was trying to make a point about something, and now I can't remember what it was. About the point I was trying to make. I don't know. I swear. I just hope it don't get so bad that I don't even know who I am or who anybody is. And I hope when I die, when I pass away, that I just go to bed one night and don't wake up. That I die like that. I'm very fearful of getting sick, have a lingering illness of some kind, and laying there knowing that I'm on the verge of dying, and I can't do nothing about it, and I'm laying in this bed, I can't get out. People has to come in there and change my potty and all that stuff, and I don't want to linger like that. When it's my time to go, I just want to go. And that way I ain't got time to worry about how's my daughter gonna be and my grandsons and stuff like that. I tell you what, folks, to me, life is so tough. And I kind of blame my parents in a way, because I am what I am today. But I can't blame them totally, because I had a mind, and I think I had a pretty good mind, that I could choose what I do and what I don't do. But it's just like when I was smoking cigarettes all them years, and I mean, I was 1 and 2 packs a day, and people was talking about how hard it was to quit smoking, and some people tried and they just couldn't do it. And you got a mind, and you know that tobacco is not good. You know it. But yet you choose to sit there and keep smoking them things. I got a subscriber, kind of an elderly person. He's not as old as we are, Ted, but he's got a lung problem or something. I forget. Is it COPD? I don't know. He shouldn't be smoking, but he's, as much as said, he'll smoke till he dies. Well, that's the choice he makes. At least he's doing it with an open mind. He knows it's not going to hurt him. He knows it's eventually going to kill him. And now I've got off track again. And that's T64. I'm having a senior moment again. T64, we'll call him that. That's what you get for not coming to my live stream every once in a while. T64, I'll forget part of your name or something. But I'm going to remember Ted. It's such a nice letter. And but you know that stuff's not good for you, but you do it. But you can make up your own mind. You know it's not good. You think about it, and really quitting for me was not hard at all. It was just no more. And the biggest thing I worried about when I was wanting to quit was like when I come in or when I get up in the morning, I fix a cup of coffee and I sit down in my chair and watch the early morning news and puffing on a cigarette in the house around my kids. I couldn't imagine what I was going to do if I didn't have to be able to do that every morning by wasn't smoking that cigarette. But now I can sit here and think about what in the world was I thinking. That wasn't a hard decision. You just don't pick it up, you don't light it up, you let it go. And I know some of you that's still smoking out there think, well, you know, it is what it is. No, well, it is what it is. But that was my mindset when I was going through so much money, and it is what it is. So now I'm sitting here with a $750 a month Social Security check, of which I only get $150 a month. The rest has to go to the household to keep a roof over my head and food on the table. And of course I have the benefit of my daughter never left home, and I got my 3 grandsons. She's not married. Now that is what it is. I can't do nothing about it. Sometimes I want to say to my daughter, do you realize you're an old maid? But that wouldn't be nice. That would not be nice at all. But I've got my daughter. If she was married and everything, she probably wouldn't be here to help take care of me and stuff. I've been thinking about getting some kind of an advocate that can take care of my personal stuff so that I don't have to depend on my daughter to do it. She's got so much on her, you know. And it's my fault she doesn't have a real high-paying job or anything. It's my fault. I raised her. I raised my son. And there again, part of my son's death is on me, because I made the decision to have somebody go pick him up when I should have been the one to do it, and he died in that car accident. I blame myself for that. People can say, that's not your fault. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Well, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But, sheesh. But life is hard. It is so hard. And there goes my I wonder if Diamond, Bailey, are you out here? I guess he's inside. I was gonna show Bailey to Ted. I'll try to get her in my next video. That I'll tell you what. Sometimes when I go to bed, she's not in there and she don't go to bed with me, and I wake up because I miss her laying there and my left hand laying on her back of her neck and stuff, you know. And I go, Bailey, and she'll come running, jump up on that bed and crawl on to the side to the wall there and get under the covers with me. But she only stays there part of the night. She winds up at the foot of the bed. But anyhow, yeah, life is tough. But wow, that's got to be fake hair. This woman just walked by and it's one side's real blonde, the other side's real black. That's what she wants. That's what she wants. But anyhow, I done got off track again. I'm sorry, folks. I'm still thinking about Ted and what he sent me, and he's in Indiana. The weather's holding up pretty good right now as far as comfortable, you know. It's coolish, but it's I still got my tomato plants and my pepper plants growing out here. Some of them's got to go inside, especially the pepper plants. Tomato plants not going in, they're way too big, but I got some cuttings that I took off the big one that I was getting rooted. I'll be able to take them inside and have them for this next January rolls around. And you know, Thanksgiving's coming up, so this year's getting close to being gone. And come March, I'll be 82. But guys, I love you all. Even my subscribers that sits on the porch. That's okay, Ted. You just sit there, my friend. And I thank you so much. All right, guys. That's my story today, and I'm sticking to it. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But that's it. I'll see you in the next one. See you. The people in that car probably thinks I was waving at them. I'm